We battled a crew from Texas. Ever since we started dancing, we look up to them. And we trained real hard for this crazy competition. And I felt my back hurting. I always felt my back hurting, but I always just thought it was just like, you know, just like a muscle spasm or anything. I ignored it. And then after that day, we beat Texas. We were all crazy hyped. Then we went back home. The next morning, I woke up and my shoulder hurt, my back was hurt. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a break for a week. And then, you know, this always happens. You get an injury, you take a break, and then you're okay again. Took a break, a week went by, then one day I just couldn't get out of bed. I went to the doctor, they did an x-ray on me, and it was right. I shifted my vertebrae, cracked it in half. And then my doctor was just like, whoa, like, what are you doing? Like, what do you do? And I was like, I dance. And he said, what type of dance? Break dancing. He was like, break dancing, shouldn't do this. I showed him a video of what we do, and he was like, oh, no way, you can't do that no more. Like, you gotta stop. And I was like, what? Like, on the spot there, I couldn't believe it. And they were like, you have to stop. I was like, you can't do this anymore. So another 6 months went by. I just built my whole body and started dancing again. Sometimes I think about re-injuring myself and I worry about it, but I mean, it's like, if I don't do it, then I'll be unhappy. If I get hurt, I'll be happy. I learned a lot in that time. When I got hurt, I learned more than I've ever learned in my life. God doesn't give gifts and just take them away out of nowhere. It's like the whole point is to be well-rounded. You gotta be able to dance, you gotta be able to have power, you gotta be able to freeze, you gotta have everything. If you don't have the complete package, then if it ever comes down to it, like you're the last man standing or one-on-one or whatever it comes down to, if you gotta rock and someone calls you out in a battle, and if you don't have everything that it takes, then, I mean, you won't be able to hang on. All we do is train, like all we do is practice. The person on the floor always gets the most attention. So I mean, when you're at a competition, I mean, like, if there's some nice girls, or you go to a club, you go to comedy, whatever it is, like, if you want to talk to a girl, like, you know, you see the girl, you get in the circle, and then it's a lot easier to talk to him because she was like, oh, that was the guy dancing out there, you know what I mean? So I mean, like, obviously it works for our bands a lot of times, but today it's like, without dance, it's like, life is just too plain.